What's up, everyone? Welcome back to this week's episode of Mindset Monday. And if you're sick of wishing for results and you're ready to start working for results and you want to know what's going to separate you from being average to guaranteeing that you achieve everything that you want, tune into this episode because we're going to dive into it all right now. I speak to busy women around the world every day, and so many of them and so many of you want to achieve incredible results. You want to achieve great outcomes, but yet you don't. You stay stuck. You keep achieving the same results, or often you'll even go backwards, or you'll just stay at the same level for so long that you get disheartened. And what I want you to realize is that there's a very simple and easy way to guarantee that you achieve great results if you're willing to do a couple of things. And the biggest reasons why some people achieve great results versus others achieving average results is because of these key simple differentiators, all right? And those things are, okay, number one, keeping shit simple and practical, all right? There's always going to be shit that's going to come up. There's always going to be stuff that's going to be out of your control. There's always going to be circumstances and situations that are going to arise that aren't going to always be your fault, and that you're going to have to adapt and adjust through and still be able to navigate towards the results that you want. So when I keep things very emotional and reactive, it's going to create a big distraction. It's going to take me off course for longer. It's going to change my emotional state. It's going to change my focus. It's going to change my energy. It's going to change just my internal state. So much so that sometimes I even forgot what I was working towards. All right. Whereas when I keep things more practical, right, and I keep it simple in terms of like, today was a shit show. I'm going to wipe my hands off it, and tomorrow this is what I'm going to put in place. And that's it. Right? I don't think about the last 2 weeks. I don't think about the next 2 weeks. I don't think about what I have and haven't and anything else. I literally just go, cool, today's a write-off day. There's nothing I can do. Or I only got 20 minutes to do something. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, get it done, but I couldn't do anything else. Like being able to simplify it and then put a practical plan in place either for this day to achieve some sort of a win or tomorrow to get back on track is what's going to separate you going like this and like this, or just having these little adjustments and continuing to move forward. All right? Greatness is achieved through mastering the mundane, getting really, really good at the boring. All right? Putting in the reps and doing the things consistently over time is what's going to achieve great results. Doing things amazingly well for a week here and then shit for a week there and then amazingly well for 3 weeks there and nothing for 3 months over there is a sure way to guarantee that you will not ever achieve great results. So think about that in your own journey to date and think about how you would like to do things moving forward, right? Like again, we all want great results, but yet if you're zigzagging massively and up and down and stop and start and everything else, of course it's going to be draining, of course it's going to feel huge, of course it's going to take lots of energy, and of course you're going to feel frustrated, pissed off, and unhappy. All right? Whereas when we keep things simple and we keep them practical and I just make these little tweaks and adjustments and I don't start talking badly to myself because I had a couple of bad days, or I don't start going, oh, it's all ruined, and I take 1 step forward and 10 steps backwards, like all of those sorts of thoughts and conversations are a waste of time. They just take you further away from where you need to be, and they take your focus away from what you need to be concentrating on and doing. The second one is easy, and it's the things that people don't see that will show me the biggest difference in terms of why you are someone who is going to achieve incredible results or why you're somebody who is going to stay stuck in average. It's the stuff that happens behind the scenes. It's the stuff that happens when nobody's looking. It's the stuff that happens when nobody's there to hold your hand and pick you up. Like for a lot of people, you're searching for somebody to solve your problems for you. Whereas if you actually want to go from wishing to working towards guaranteeing your success, it's what you're able to do for you when nobody is there for you, when nobody is watching, when nobody is there to pat you on the back, when no one is there to pick you up when you fall down, when you feel defeated, you feel deflated, and you feel frustrated with things not going to plan. It's those moments that you get back on track, that you go from what I talked about in the last point, go from being, a day where I can't control it to the next day I'm back on track. And there's no emotions attached to any of it, I'm just doing the do. All right, when life is tough, when I get bad news, when shit happens and it hurts and it's painful, And nobody's there to hug you or console you or give you the answer to instantly make you feel better. It's in those moments where you build resilience, you build character, you build the muscle around discipline and choice and commitment in order to achieve what you want. And for me, that's exciting because no one's coming along and giving you an award for that. No one is giving you a little plaque going, congratulations. But you are telling you that you're important. You're reinforcing why this is so important to you. You're building that level of courage and confidence to choose you in moments where it's so easy not to. And when you can do that consistently, again, you will see that that focus and that energy is only going to lead you towards greatness, towards achieving incredible results, towards achieving long-lasting, guaranteed change. The type of change where you forget the old you and you never go back to being that version again. So think about that. It's in the moments when no one's there to help you. It's in the moments when no one's there to see you do anything. Like no one's gonna come along and congratulate you for making those choices. No one's gonna come along and tell you you're an amazing human being for doing the things when it felt so hard to make that choice. But you will know. And that internal self-belief and self-confidence will only continue to grow. And when that happens, that's when shit becomes exciting, because now you're gonna start believing in you. And when you can believe in you, man, your ability to do the do when you don't want to is going to be so much bigger and so much easier. After working with women for 24 years, it'll actually be 25 years this August, which just blows my mind. I'm definitely getting old, all right? But focusing with women and working predominantly with women for that long, I've realized number one thing, all right, that your emotions get in your way too much. And I'm not saying that men don't have emotions, and it's not even around that conversation, but women tend to be highly emotional, and during different hormonal changes and menopause and everything else, sometimes those emotions are out of your control. And when that happens, again, we gotta look at, all right, I'm trying to move forward in a certain direction, but then I get pulled there and I get pulled there. I wanna cry, and today I'm depressed, and today I'm bloated and I feel like a hippo, and today I have no energy and I literally just feel like crying all day. Like all of these different things are going on. And I'm not saying that that's easy. If anything, like it's hard. I wake up with a smile on my face every day because I am a guy. Like I would not wanna have to go through all of that. So again, how do you deal with that and still achieve what you want? All right, and of course there's ways to help with the hormones and the balance and the ups and downs, but a lot of it sometimes is gonna be out of your control. So what do? Right? Well, the only answer, and when I say only, like the only way I have seen to successfully navigate all of those different things after working with thousands of women all around the world, is to make sure that things are practical. To make sure that your focus is moving towards the practical and away from the emotional. And the way that we do that is a very simple exercise. And it's something that I do for myself on a daily basis. It's something that we do with our clients. It's something that we do in our members group all the time. All right, is what's next to your equal sign at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, whatever it might be, right? What I mean by that is that your day could have gone to absolute shit today. You could have felt absolutely terrible, right? Everything's been all over the shop. But at the end of the day, I ate 4 good meals. I drank 2 liters of water. I didn't talk to myself like I was a piece of shit today, which is a win for a lot of women. And I didn't get my workout in, but I ended up getting 10,000 steps in because I was running all over the place with work and kids and everything else. So I got 10,000 steps in for the day. All right, like that's a win. Those things are practical steps that are next to your equal sign. They're things that you achieved on a practical level at the end of every day. And if I look at the week and I go, cool, the week again, I was flying here and I was doing this and kids had this and everything else, but I got 4 workouts in. I ate 80% pretty well for 5 or 6 days. Like I skipped a couple of meals here, but otherwise 80% was awesome, right? Like I did everything I needed to do for 3 days out of the 7, whatever it might be. Like what's next to that equal sign? Because if that equal sign is a big fat donut and you feel like you've been all over the place and I'm super busy and life's crazy and this was emotional and that was reactive and everything else like that, all of those things sum up to a big fat donut. They don't change your outcome. They don't change your results. They just change you, and they control you, and they distract you, and they frustrate you. But they don't change what's next to your equal sign. And that's a really important thing for you to understand, because sometimes it feels like everything is hectic. There's total chaos. But if there's a big fat donut next to that equal sign, that's gonna hurt you at an even deeper level longer term, because you're gonna feel like life is out of control and you're still not doing the things that you need to do to move forward. Whereas when you can still create things next to that equal sign, regardless of the chaos and life being out of your control in different areas and different stages, now I'm moving forward. Because it's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about what is that number gonna stack up to be for me at the end of the day, the end of the week, end of the month, end of the year. And I've done calculations in different videos where I've showed you, even if you worked out 5 days a week for 40 weeks of the year, right? Like, compared to something, and you have 12 weeks off a year, right? It's still gonna stack up massively over the next 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, everything else. So again, what's next to your equal sign? Now this one's a tough one for some of you sometimes to grasp, because it almost feels like as I say it, you don't believe it. All right, but when it comes to achieving great results, there's only one thing that matters. One, all right? What did you do? Like it's that simple. I talked about it. What's your equal sign? Your equal sign is related to things that you do, things that you completed, things that you took action on, things that you implemented, things that actually moved you forward. Right? They impacted the end result that you're trying to achieve. They were steps towards the end goal that you're working to. And when everything feels out of your control, or you're starting and stopping and you're wanting to do all of these things and you're trying to feel like I have no discipline and everything's overwhelmed and I just need motivation and all the rest of that bullshit, it's just a massive pile of crap that if I could just take it and just go, cool, let's just put that to the side for now and just do these things for the next 3 days, the next 5 days, the next 7 days. Just do these. Like, that stuff can still exist and it can grow if you want, but we're just gonna put it over there for now and we're just gonna go and do this. Regardless of that, you can come back to it whenever you want. All right, again, some of you are sitting there going, oh, that seems so simple, but trust me, it actually fucking is. It's this stuff that you're putting in your way that's not allowing you to move forward. If we're gonna remove it and put it over here for a bit, now you're gonna move forward regardless of it. And that's the key, because the only thing that results care about is effort over time, focus over time, action over time. Things done at a certain level over a certain period of time will create your outcome. Like, it's that simple. All right, and if you feel like you're taking 3 steps forward and 1 step backwards, cool, you still took 3 steps forward. I don't give a fuck about the 1 step backwards. I don't care. Neither should you, right? But go take another 3 steps forward, and the next day another, and if you keep going back 1 step each time, cool, whatever. Figure out what's in your way and what's pulling you back, but continue to take those 3 steps forward without feeling sorry for yourself, without feeling anything, because the 3 steps stack up over time. The 1 step backwards is irrelevant right now. It doesn't matter, right? If you're taking 3 steps backwards and 1 step forward, then let's figure out the way around, but at least you're still moving forward. You're still picking yourself back up again. You're still taking action. All of that matters, right? And it's gonna stack up and it's gonna compound over time. It's gonna lead you to great results. And at the end of the day, this whole entire episode is about how to go from wishing that you want to have the result, wishing that you could look and feel the way that you want, to working towards it and guaranteeing that you get there. Because at the end of the day, you're busy, you got a lot going on. You don't want to put time and effort into something that's not going to move you forward. But you got to understand how to play the game. You got to understand how you're operating within the game as well in order to be able to do that, right? And when you can do that over time and consistently move forward, right, and put more and more numbers next to that equal sign, that's what generates results. That's what's going to stack up to an end result. And that end result will be dictated by how many things we do stack up over time. All right, and you got to understand that you've got this. Like, you have the ability to do this at any moment in time. No one's stopping you. Nothing's in your way. You don't not have the ability. All right, but you've got to do it. You've got to show up. You've got to be willing to put in the work. regardless of all this other stuff, all right? We'll deal with that other stuff in time. And the cool part is that action often changes emotion. Motion changes emotion, all right? If you've ever heard that quote from Tony Robbins. Because I'm moving forward in the direction that I want to go. And over that time, I'm going to choose what I want to bring with me and what I don't. I'm going to find out what's serving me and what's in my way. And I'm going to continue to remove it so that I can continue to move forward, which is what I want for all of you. All right. Now, if you need help with that and you can't see a way forward and you're not sure what to do, reach out to me, email me at adam@ilovechanginglives.com, and we'll put a plan in place for you. I will show you exactly how to move forward to guarantee your success. All right. And if there's anyone else that you think would benefit from that, again, share this with it. Tag them in the post, whatever you need to do. But let's make a commitment for you to achieve great results and to start working towards it day in and day out.